Too many privileged white people are coming here on this app and they're talking about people that benefit from food stamps, which most of them happen to be white. Most of them happen to live in Republican states, red state. Now, don't blame the Democrats because this is absolutely Trump's doing. He can fund it if he wanted to. He's funding ICE. He's sending $40 billion to Argentina. Why are you not mad with him? The only thing the Democrats want to do is make sure that you have affordable health care and people are getting their notice. So not only you're not going to have your food stamps until the government is back in order, but you're going to have a big freaking healthcare bill coming January. And before you start coming over here complaining about the Democrats, I need you to go to the videos in which people are crying, teachers, healthcare professionals, in which their insurance has doubled or even tripled. Good luck on trying to get food and trying to stay healthy. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but this is the frustration that we have with you, a lot of MAGA people, just in reading Project 2025, in which they are trying to destabilize the government and that they want to do away with all the safety net. Why? Because it caused chaos. But I'm going to tell you who's going to be just fine. It's going to be the black and brown people because we have always been resilient. How about you go to your legislator and tell them how much your insurance premium is going up? Or how about you tell your legislator you want me to have children, you want me to raise children, but you don't want to give me money to feed these children. Stop telling women what to do with their body if you're not going to help them in the end. Anyway, my recommendation for you is to download the app called 5. Call your legislators, call your senator. Just want you to know that the Republicans will not negotiate with the Democrats. And this is why they're doing this.
Hi. Today's a conversation about white people comparing this epidemic to the Great Depression. Now, they're talking about we're getting government handouts and how they're tired of it and everything. We all know that Roosevelt implemented the Federal Emergency Relief Act May 12th of 1933. No black person got assistance then. I can promise you that. We weren't even considered people. So how can you complain about something like this? I'm confused. How is this anything like the Great Depression? Y'all make up an excuse for anything because y'all just see minorities on handouts and you just assume this. The white people that don't work. There are generations of, white families that have been on public assistance since it started. So never think that it's only minorities. White people get food stamps. They get Medicaid. They get assistance all the time. They're the first to receive it. But it's a problem. Minorities get it. Could someone answer that for me?
Every economic problem that we're facing in this country right now, student loan debt being just out of control, the government shutdown, SNAP benefits being cut, health insurance premiums about to go through the roof, your rent going up, your pay stagnating, groceries just being astronomical, is because reparations were never paid after the Civil War. Let me explain. After the Civil War, the Union, the North won and the South was defeated, but the South was never punished. The Confederacy lived on in the ideology of the people, of the white people of the South. Reparations were never paid to Black Americans. They were never really, truly given the opportunity to pick themselves up by their bootstraps, to rise up and become equal members of this country, equal citizens. They've been fighting for their equality since then. They've never actually truly achieved it. So when white people hear a promise from Donald Trump et al. That we're gonna run the country like a business, to them that sounds appealing. They're like, oh yeah, because you know what? I'm a business owner. I own this country because I'm white. When Black and brown people hear, well, we're going to run the country, run the government like a business, they understand what that means because they've been dealing with it for centuries. White people think that they are on the side of the owners, the masters, but they're not. Most white people have more in common with the black and brown people that they look down upon. They are closer to them in the economic tax bracket than they are to the white billionaires whose asses they kiss. But listen to them glazing billionaires, especially on this app. I make $50,000 a year, but I have more in common with Jeff Bezos than I do with George Floyd. Bullshit! The only reason the lie of let's run this country like a business appealed to you is because you thought you would benefit. And now here you are. Now here you are understanding that when they say we're going to run this country like a business, that means they're going to profit off of your ass. That means that if you take $100,000 loan out to go to college, you will be in debt to the federal government until the day you fucking die. You borrowed 100 grand, prepare to repay 300 grand. Because they're running the government like a business now. And guess what? You're a customer, not an owner. The government exists to serve us, not to profit off of us. And we will continue to have these problems until y'all get your fucking minds right.
Welcome back to the Lee group. Now, white Americans are now hating on Trump and they're now turning on Trump. They don't feel like I should keep on believing in somebody who don't care about me. You know, they're not feeling like they have been in the darkness for a while, and it's high time they should wake up. They have been in the total darkness. They have been in a mess, believing that Trump will do anything for them. And I'm now seeing that white people are waking up. All right, they are realizing one thing. I hope that this video becomes my breakthrough, because I want to be known, to be seen, to be heard, to be listened to. Now, white people are now waking up that Trump has been putting them into a big mess, has been messing up their life, has been making everything unbearable, unaffordable, unreachable. Now they are now waking up that Trump has really messed them up. I have a clip from my fellow creators. Tell me, I want them to talk to you and tell you how much do they understand by this whole thing, this whole matter of Trump. They have been in darkness. Now it's high time they should wake up and work as white people, as they are supposed to be working. All right, clips here. I'll come back.
See, y'all love to come on this app and be racist and be colorist and call black people the EBC community and sit here and say that Hispanic people are taking y'all government assistance and da-da-da-da. It takes 2 seconds to do a Google search and be educated. Not only can you go look up the list for government assistance, you can go look up the demographics for who is on that list. And if y'all look right here, what does that say? Whites. How much do y'all make up on government assistance? Again, it takes 2 seconds to educate yourself. And coming from somebody who has high-paying clients with my business, 90% of my high-paying clients are black. They have their own businesses, doing all of that without business loans because they can't get them half of the times. So they have to rely on their own community, and 90% of the time they figure something out.
Government assistance was made for white people. The fact that the programs are made in like 1935, like in the 1930s, says it all right there, given the fact that black people were not even considered people under the law at that time. But I've really been doing some more research and reading, and I read an article and they were talking about how like up until like the 60s or 70s, black people really could not qualify for government assistance. And that is absolutely disheartening, being that now it hasn't even been 100 years later that black people are now the face of all racial stereotypes regarding government assistance in Section 8. Meanwhile, these same programs were never even made for us. Meanwhile, black people had to jump through hoops to get qualified. Meanwhile, people talk about black fathers not being in the home, and these same government institutions were not wanting the men to be there. Like, what the fuck?
White people, you know I love y'all to death, but I got to get something straight with y'all right now. It's been brought to my attention several times, that for whatever reason, y'all think that black people are the ones that's been using all the welfare benefits. No, sweetie. Out of all the demographics in the world, white people are the ones who have been using welfare the most. And by the way, it's been that way for years. It's not black people, it's white people. Y'all are the ones that's on welfare. Believe it or not, like as of now, I think it's probably like 36% or something like that of white people on welfare to like 26% or 25% of black people. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But just get your facts straight. I know it's hard to believe and I know it's hard to receive, but it's y'all that are getting all the benefits. It's y'all that's on welfare. It's not the black folks. It's not the Hispanic folks. It's no other culture other than y'all. And again, that's okay. But accept that. It's okay. It's okay. Along with, everything else that y'all have, y'all also have the most people on welfare. So sleep on that tonight. Oh, and I almost forgot. Love ya.
Finally, you get to see the true America. The stipulation has always been that black people are lazy, that black people are on welfare. Well, guess what? A lot of poor white people in the red states are now crying that they're not getting the EBT money from the EBT cards. Why? Because they are on welfare. They have 7 and 8 kids. Now the truth is coming out since Trump has slashed funding for the EBT and the SNAP programs. You see how many white people now are on welfare. So all this mythical stuff about black people being on welfare, oh, it's the blacks, it's the blacks, it's the blacks. Now you're seeing the real America, that it's not only black people on welfare, that there are a lot of white people on welfare also. There are a lot of white people, a lot of poor people living in those red states, and those red states that voted for Trump are now getting hit.
Welcome back to this Daily Kurupu. Now, white people are now turning on Trump. The white voters, the MAGA supporters and everything, they are turning their back on Trump. They are denying that Trump has never been the best choice for them. They are not realizing that Trump has never been the best way to follow, the best thing to follow, the best leader to believe in. They're now seeing Obama as their best option. Tell me, why would somebody request for somebody who was a former president of America to come back to power if they ain't tired of you? And this is happening after them believing in you, giving you giving you everything they had to make you comfortable, to give you what you wanted, to make you achieve your dreams. After you being in power for the first time, you failed them. Still, you are failing them. So white people are now waking up that if they had only listened to the black Americans, I don't think this whole mess will be there. I don't feel like they will be still in this kind of a mess. They will be somewhere they thought like when Trump is in power, Trump could have made the life a little bit easier, could have made the economy more affordable. All right? He will have made everything in life really reachable, without struggling, without crying. But I have seen many clips of white people crying, regretting of believing in Trump, voting for Trump, voting red. Turning red has messed them up, has costed them their life, has made everything impossible in America. And now it's high time they think of a new choice, a new leader, a new thing that will make their life a little bit comfortable. Or he now has made everything impossible right now in America. So white people are now waking up. They want to do better, do best than this. Trump has made the life very, very impossible. They are asking black people to protest for them, to fight for them, to wake up, and at least be there for them. Tell me in the comments, do you feel like Americans choosing Trump was their worst mistake ever? Bless up. I love you.